Under the rope, please.
This is what you have the chance at shooting and getting.
Bushnell presents Prairie Pursuit, brought to you by Bushnell Outdoor Products Canada, Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable, Old Smokes Coffee, JB Sausage Supplies, Tourism Saskatchewan, North Pro Sports, Crosby Cedar Products, Ace Outfitting, Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures, Graham's Tire, Trail Runners Canine Training Center, and Labrador Retriever Dogs and Puppies. And these fine sponsors.
We're heading out with our guide tonight. We're gonna go east of camp and we're gonna hunt a riparian area. We're gonna hunt along a river, small river creek bottom, and of course that's where black bears like to be. Black bears love their hunting beavers and all that stuff that's close to water bodies, so it should be a good spot. All the guys went out and checked baits, rebaited this morning, checked trail cams, got a really nice boar hitting this bait, so hopefully we can get it done. Had an interesting weather front come through Saskatchewan, so it rained pretty good last night, about a half inch. We got the wind kicked up. It stopped. It's actually nice right now to go out and sit. So hopefully this little break in the weather provides an opportunity for Blaze to get that big black bear with muzzleloader.
We're about to head into our spot for tonight, right off the river. We're super excited. The rain actually stopped a little bit, so it's looking like good weather conditions. We'll see what happens.
Hey Blaze, how's the angle of this right now? I can't really see. Looks pretty good for filming?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Sweet.
Want me to follow them or what?
Oh, yeah, we're fine. Let's go. Awesome.
How'd you like that quad ride?
Fun!
You'd give me $50 if I passed you on the inside.
Trying to convince him.
Under the rope, please.
Yes!
How does it look? Pretty realistic?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna try something a little different. We're at the bait bear, but we're actually gonna try some decoying. This is an old bear that I killed a few years ago, had it skinned out, and I'm just wearing the skin, and so we're gonna do a little bit of bear baiting like everybody does, but we're also gonna try some decoying, some live decoying with the black bear. So I'll just kind of hang around here, and Blaze, you get ready to take that big boar.
When do I know to take it?
Well, the male is going to come in, and he's going to come in from behind me, and when you can see the terror in my eyes, you know it's time to shoot.
I have to hunt with this idiot.
It's going to work. We tried decoying for a bit. Kind of seemed to have scared off the big boar. He's a little intimidated by my mask, so we're just gonna sit, let the bait cool down. I feel a little vulnerable right now. I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty vulnerable. You know, hopefully he's not intimidated by me up here in the tree. I don't know.
You don't think that the bear decoying was very effective?
No, we've been sitting here all day. Nothing's coming in. Hi everyone, welcome back to Prairie Pursuit. Today we are here at Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures with the Purcell family. They have been super generous while we're here. We're on our bear hunting trip. While I'm here, we are with Dan from the Wounded Warriors Weekend Foundation, and he's going to tell you guys a little bit about what their foundation looks like.
Well, our foundation is based on a group that was started with Blake Emmons, who felt that there was a need for a group to get together for people that have been in the past suffering in silence. It's an injury, a brain injury at that. It's called post-traumatic stress. So he organized the group that became a foundation. Years later, they've got to know the Purcell family, who then decided that they needed to make this a home. So that's what they ended up doing, was they created this environment so that we can come here once a year. We have people come from all over the world, and we come here and we communicate with each other, we learn from each other, and it's been a fantastic experience for me and my family. On top of that, then the Purcell family steps it up again by giving us these hunts. So you can't say much more about that, and how generous that they are and have been. But yeah, the foundation itself has been a 100% lifesaver for a lot of people, and even by this program, it would be great to see more people either show their support, or if you are a person that has post-stress PTSD, then by all means get a hold of us, and there's hope around the corner.
When you're looking to select an outfitter, you want to select an outfitter who is really generous and they're willing to help their community. They're willing to help people who are veterans, both serving and retired, first responders, all those types of people, which is exactly what the Purcell family is like.
Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures, great location, right on the shore of Tobin Lake. Trophy walleye, trophy pike, trophy bear hunting, trophy whitetail deer, trophy moose. And the location's great in the wintertime. It's all season. We provide ice fishing. You can go ice fishing yourself. My wife's an excellent cook.
Just to show you guys the caliber of big bears we have out here, we have a couple here at this lodge. You can see it has got a huge head. These are just gorgeous, massive bears. And so when you come hunting here up north, this is what you're working with. This is what you have the chance at shooting and getting. They teach them even how to play guitar. They're quite interesting bears, I gotta say.
That's good. We're green straight. Yep.
Wow, what a hunt we had here at Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures with Gerald and Irene Purcell. What can you say when you get a bear like this quality, and the opportunities that we've had? I believe every bait that he had set out has been hit hard. When you look at the quality of bears that are here and that we were able to harvest, we're certainly blessed and extremely thankful. So on the behalf of the Matheson family, we want to thank everybody that took part in this hunt.
Congratulations on a really great bear, Dan.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Bears come big here at Tobin Lake.
Get a bear in. Got some bear scat.
Is it recording? Do you see the red
Yes,
thing?
you're live, yeah. Large and in charge. Ready to hunt, going for moose.
Woo! All right, welcome to Prairie Pursuit. Wild TV called me and they said that I had so many fans, they wanted me to do a show. Or is it because my husband is working and I got drawn? I'm going out by myself. Yes, you're right. It's the latter of the two. So the interesting thing about this is, although my husband applied on a zone that I know very well, I was not selected for that zone, and I was selected for a second choice zone. Well, I was happy about being selected for a moose draw. However, I don't know anything about the area. I don't know any people. It's foreign to me. So I'm going to have to do a lot of legwork, find some animals, find what the habitat is, and see what we can do. Come along with me, see if you can help me out. Let's get going.
Should we rock and roll?
This must have been the forest that we saw.
Like I said, there's moose prints in there. I'm not gonna go through the slough. I'm gonna stay up here. It looked simpler than it was.
It's okay, we'll just push him to that next field. Oh, they're still running to our left there.
I see him.
Yeah, look at that. Right. Big one in front or in the back?
Big ones in front.
No. Big ones in the back.
They're running.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we need them to settle.
Let's go to the center. We'll lose them, guys.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, okay, stop.
And what? Watch it.
Just wait.
Further away.
No, they're
Running north.
Oh, wait. Yes. Here, out of here.
okay.
Way ahead of them.
Yeah.
Come run to us.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want.
Keep
I want
going.
to get ahead of them.
Get ahead of them. Yeah, just keep going. Right.
I want to find a low spot to hide the truck. But they are literally running. So we can get ahead of them. Hide this truck right around here.
No.
You guys are gonna have to run a little bit this way.
I'm not gonna make it. You're already parallel with us, honey. Wait, be careful. They're right there. Let's go.
Loaded.
I'm not gonna do it, you guys. This is not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to run to the trees.
Yeah.
We're not gonna make it. Yeah.
Well, we got Tracy's moose yesterday afternoon. It was quite the adventure. Finally being able to run down and get along a tree line, and the moose ended up crossing right in front of us. Wasn't an easy shot, 300-yard shot. We were able to get the moose to come to a stop. Cow called a few times. They looked back at us, and Tracy made a 300-yard shot. It anchored the bull, and unfortunately he went into an old slough. He basically gave up the ghost right inside the slough.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty solid.
There he is.
It's gonna be eating good this winter.
Let's see. Woo, high five.
Right.
But wait. How are we gonna get him out of there?
We'll figure that out.
We did what we could last night. We cleared some bush. We tried to get our truck into the edge of the slough and use some ropes to pull him out. And just like you would expect, it ended up getting our truck stuck. And so we were really stuck. And last night, it's kind of a desperate situation. We're in the middle of nowhere. We can't pull the bull out of the slough. And our truck is stuck and we're not going anywhere. So we're able to rally, phone a buddy in Regina and said, you know, I have a buddy who lives up that way. I'll get a hold of him with his truck and see if he can come get you. So thank goodness for modern technology with Google Maps. We were able to provide a pin of where we were. Mike was able to find us. We were able to get into the slough last night and finally get our truck unstuck. And that was about all we could deal with last night. So we got our truck free. We ended up sleeping in our own beds. It looked like we were going to end up having to sleep in our truck last night. So I was grateful to be sleeping in my own bed. And here we are next morning, and we're heading back up that way. We've got lots of ropes and chainsaws and tools.
I was drawn for a moose, and I was given a chance on my second priority. So we were in an area, we didn't know anyone, we didn't know the territory. We did our time.
Oh, we did our
Came
time.
out, drove around, talked to some people, and it paid off. So thanks so much, little brother.
So the work begins.
And so the work begins.
And now we're gonna have the fun work of trying to pull this bull out of the slough.
So Brian, can you tell us what we're doing right here?
Well, we've hooked up a bunch of ropes, cut a trail with a chainsaw out to the slough, and we're gonna try and pull that bull out of the middle of the slough with the truck. So wish us luck.
Well, thanks for tuning back in. We actually were able to pull this moose out of the slough and get out in the field. This was such an exciting hunt.
Good job, T.
Hey, thanks. So this bull is not just a moose, it's many meals for many families. Both my brother and I, and our families, and extended friends who enjoy moose, this is going to feed a lot of people, and many are happy. It's been a group effort to get this moose, and as a result, we're going to be sharing a lot of meat. We're about an hour away from Regina, which is a major city, and we're surrounded by rolling hills, lots of coulees, swamp. There is so much wildlife. We have seen everything from porcupines, badgers, so much whitetail, mule deer, and this guy and a bunch of his friends too. It's amazing that you look out on this flat prairie and you think nothing is here. Surprise, these big guys are here.
Saskatchewan, you gotta check it out.
Well, pretty lucky to be able to have a family where everybody hunts. We all apply on our draws. We all work as a team. We all share meat as a family. That's what Prairie Pursuit's about. We struggle finding real big bulls, and so we kind of decided, you know, we'll take a mature bull. Maybe it doesn't need to be the big wall hanger. Pretty happy to have my wife able to come out, do some hunting. This is our passion, and we're very, very fortunate to be able to live in Saskatchewan. We're very fortunate to be able to hunt moose, and we're all going to eat very well for the next year. We share this meat with our parents who don't hunt. They're too old. We share our meat with other family members, and it's a big deal to be able to get a bull on the ground. Got the moose dragged out, got our truck dragged out, and now we're able to process. So always an adventure. Yeah.
All right, welcome to this week's segment with JB Sausage Supplies and Dwayne. Today we're going to be talking about right after the hunt. I've got all my deer cut up, and I've got
all the pieces of meat laid out. What do I need to do to make that sausage with you?
Well, the first process I always go through is I inspect the meat as I'm, either getting ready to grind it, make sure the gristle, make sure it's good and clean, and cold. The colder the product, the better the product. And that's initially where I see a lot of failure, is because they get it too warm.
So what about the quantities now? So I know I've heard a lot of different stories about 50-50, 80-20. Does it really matter? And if I'm doing this with a deer, what should I pay attention to?
In normal processes today, most of it's a 50-50 process. And the reason we do that is everything's gotten a lot leaner today. The meat contents, wild game is normally very dry as it is. So we will add an 80-20 pork or even a 70-30, depending on what you prefer, right? But I always prefer to get some kind of fat value in there because it really enhances the flavor.
Next week, check us out on this segment of JB Sausage Maker Supplies with Dwayne, and he's gonna get us to the next steps.
Bushnell presents Prairie Pursuit, brought to you by Bushnell Outdoor Products Canada. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Old Smokes Coffee. JB Sausage Supplies. Tourism Saskatchewan. North Pro Sports. Crosby Cedar Products. Ace Outfitting. Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures. Graham's Tire. Trail Runners Canine Training Center and Labrador Retriever Dogs and Puppies. And these fine sponsors.